Hi guys, this is something called distance time graphs, and you're not going to be tested on it, but in the past it's been part of your U3A10 test, and if we have one, then it might show up. It's also been part of exams in the past. But what we're looking at here is we're looking at a movement of somebody, um, where on the x-axis here, or the independent axis, you have time, and then you figure out how far this person has moved. By distance, and then we look at these lines and we try to understand how the shape of the line and how steep the line is can help us determine what happened. So if we have somebody here, this is the practice that you'll be doing at the end here. We'll do a little simulation, which is really cool. But what you're looking at here is if somebody is moving at a pretty good speed, away from something, they will have a steep line. Okay. If they stop moving, so time elapses here, but since they're not moving, the distance doesn't change. Okay, and then we can look at this part of the line here and say they're still moving away from the origin. Okay, but they're moving at a slower rate because it's less steep. So let me just show you what that looks like here. So this is a neat little thing that you can play around with. And there are three, when you guys do this, you'll notice that there are three different graphs here. For some reason, I can't get to the third one. Give me a second here. Wait a second. Anyway, there's a third one, acceleration graph at the bottom here. You guys don't need to look at that. There's velocity, but we're just going to be looking at the position graph. So you can play around with this and see how things change depending on depending on the person here, okay? Depending on what you're looking at, sorry. So here's our guy. So I'm going to start him all the way here at school, okay? So he's at he's away from his house. And then over time, I'm going to move him slowly to his house. So he passes the 0 mark. And I'm going to try to keep this consistent. And then I'm going to stop for a second. So he takes a little break. He looked at a bird, okay? And then see how that flattens out here. Okay, so see how steep that was, and then it flattens out. And then I'm going to make him go even slower back home. And see how this line here, if he's moving at a constant speed, it's going to have a straight line graphed. And see that right there. So you guys can mess around with that, okay? And then he's sped up a bit at the end. Now, if he comes back, you can probably guess what's going to happen. So now he stops for a bit. If he comes back, let's make him fly back to school. Okay, see how that comes down, and it's very steep. Okay, so go around and go ahead and play around with this thing. See what sort of shapes you can make. It'd be kind of cool if you could spell something. That'd be kind of neat. Spell math. I don't know if you can do that, but spell something. Okay, and enjoy. Okay, so those are called. This guy here, the blue guy, is called a distant time graph. All right, take care.